tell you all this because I'm sure the other performers put a lot of hard work into their research, but everything that gets mentioned here this evening is meaningless. Today's event will always eclipse every other March 14th in the past and present. Today, Tyler Perry released his masterpiece, The Single Moms Club. I didn't see any of you at the midnight screening last night, so I'll assume you skipped work and saw it this afternoon. This visionary achievement has already bridged the racial divide, clothed the poor, and cured the lepers. Early today, Pope Francis waived the death requirements for canonization and declared March 14th as St. Tyler's Day. On a more personal note, this film really resonated with me because I am half single mom on my dad's side. March 14th is also Steak and Blowjob Day. Occurring 1 month after Valentine's Day, this is the male version. Instead of roses and chocolates, significant others are supposed to provide the two things that every man really wants. I'm really surprised Hallmark has not yet embraced this holiday because a card that simply read, rare and often, in that order, would make them billions of dollars. A less sexual version of this holiday is celebrated in Japan and Korea as White Day. We, of course, can't celebrate White Day here in Arizona because that would confuse it with the other 360. I have a backup plan in case Steak and Blowjob Day doesn't work out for me. Spoiler alert, it won't. Jerry Greenfield of Ben & Jerry's was born today in 1951. So if I don't end up getting my steak and blowjob, I can console myself with a pint of Chunky Monkey. Oddly enough, the Chunky Monkey is probably why I won't end up getting a blowjob. A little known fact, Ben & Jerry's did try to create a steak and blowjob ice cream, but the testers rejected it for being too salty. Nerds acknowledge March 14th as Pi Day because 3.14 is the pi's approximate value. This is bullshit. Come on, nerds, we can do better than that. If you want a holiday, that's fine, but don't base it on a bad pun. There are several other geek events that occur today that are much better worth commemorating. For instance, super nerd Albert Einstein was born today. Let's give him a holiday. We can all just talk in thick German accents and not comb our hair and not go faster than the speed of light. I'll be revisiting this rant on Star Wars Day because May the 4th be with you is a much worse pun than Pi Day. The FBI began its 10 Most Wanted Fugitives program on this day in 1950. For about 50 years, this was the best way for an aspiring performer to get their headshots seen throughout the country. I'm pretty sure email was created by some Hollywood talent agency to kill off the post office and cut off this avenue of promotion. Also in 1950, Rigdon Osmond Dees III, also known as Rick Dees, was born. In addition to being the most famous person in history named Rigdon, Rick Dees is a successful actor, recording artist, talk show host, and scourge of the radio airwaves. He was the guy who played the Top 40 Countdown every week who wasn't Casey Kasem. In his honor, please log on to change.org and sign my petition to replace the current national anthem with the 1976 Rick Dees classic, Disco Duck. The Recording Industry Association of America, RIAA, was created on this day in 1958. Originally, this organization was created to sue fans found illegally humming songs by their favorite artists. Eventually, it evolved into a defense for poor artists like Metallica to get retribution on the 11-year-old criminal masterminds that are out to destroy them. Casey Jones, famous train engineer, has his birthday today. Born in 1863, Casey Jones has been immortalized in song several times, including once by the Grateful Dead. Their lyric, "Riding that train, high on cocaine, Casey Jones, you better watch your speed," marked the first time that my parents suspected that I might be on drugs. You would think that listening to the Grateful Dead would have tipped them off sooner, but my parents are kind of clueless. They spent the 60s pretty much just staring at a television, waiting for Matlock to be invented. Billy Crystal was born on this day in 1948. I don't have a joke here because he'd be ashamed to disrespect his birthday by breaking his 13-year streak of not being funny. And with this, Taylor Hanson of the pop group Hanson celebrates his birthday today. He just turned 31. Jesus Christ, that makes me feel old. This guy had a #1 single before he could legally vote, and then he threw it all away by not becoming a drunken, drug-addled train wreck. this guy would just twerk someone or get caught with a Brazilian prostitute, he would be the biggest thing in music today. A quick Google search could find no dirt on this guy. The closest I could find was his brother calling someone a bitch. Worst VH1 behind the music ever. I can't say anything bad about him because my friend Brittany would murder me, and I don't want to die on St. Tyler's Day.